jokes about me being, short. And I got the shelves up here being really, really tall. And I keep having, people always ask me, how do I get to these top shelves being in my diminutive height and all? And I keep explaining to them that, I just got to use a step ladder to get there. Mostly because I never knew my biological ladder.
That was amazing. Yeah, you crack that thing open and take a swig. You've earned it, pal. You've earned that bubbly.
Oh, is that a sparkling water? Is that a sparkling water?
I just got back in from having a couple good Belgian ales, so yeah, I'm on detox right now.
Is that true? Because I would like some Belgian ales.
Oh yeah, Belgian blonde at the place down the road. It's awesome. Instead, I'm going to enjoy a little bit of the bubbly.
I think you would love the White Claw. It's like
I will never imbibe the White Claw.
Have you tried it?
No.
See, I've never tried it. You should try it at least try it before you have such a firm stance against it, right?
I have had many beverages that are hard sodas, hard lemonades, whatever. I don't care. That shit will give you a hangover on like 3 sips. If I'm going to drink seltzer that's spiked, I'm going to take a bottle of Kettle One, pour 2 ounces into the glass, and then add the seltzer water.
Good evening, everybody. It's Thursday night. Welcome to another episode of Figure Action. Some of us are drinking.
Oh, here it is.
And when T-Man brings his hood up over his head, he looks a little Palpatine-ish, maybe a little bit. But he's just going to say, fuck you, man. I'm not going to do anything you want me to do. I'm just going to go here and I'm just going to play with my toys. So,
yeah.
There we go. And see, Palpatine never had to hum the theme, so that's an extra bonus for anybody out there that wants to hire him. He can hum his own theme.
Do you think they did, though? Like when the cameras weren't rolling, they were walking around?
By the 3rd movie, I kind of hope so, when they realized it was a big thing,
I'm like the evil Kermit meme.
Oh.
You are a little bit. I should rename this episode.
Oh my gosh. We need to screen cap that for him, like T-Man and evil T-Manning.
Luckily, this is all being recorded, so we can screen cap it at any time. In fact, I'll even do us a favor. There you go. There's a nice large image that we can screen cap later. But it's Thursday night, and I've said that. Welcome to Figure Action. We're glad you all came out to join us.
Hold on.
We're off to another fantastic start this evening, and we're glad you're here. As you can see, we're short one, but some of us are short all the time, and it's going to be that way for a long time.
Well, I was thinking we might need to do like a
Dave, I'm short too, just so you know.
What are those
5 foot what?
Exactly. What are those what, Joe?
Well, we need to do it's a change. We need to do a change what is it called?
Change.org.
Yeah, we need to do a change.org for Jordan getting some more days off.
Yeah,
we're not having to work so much overtime.
Jordan was pulled away for work he's just doing his good deeds for the day, helping the people that need the help. But that's neither here nor there because he's not here, but we are here. Joining me this evening is Mr. True Starscreamer.
Hi.
Always enthusiastic. Hi. Also joining us is Mr. T-Man 978.
Hello, everyone. How y'all doing?
And joining us as well is Mr. Luke Crabwalker.
Hello.
I realized I got so excited I breached protocols. Guys, let's talk for a minute about what we got this week. Anybody want to jump in? We're gonna shake this shit up.
Sure. I mean,
Dave, with enthusiasm. Go.
With enthusiasm. I'm ready to go. Now, this week is nowhere near as massive as my haul from last week, as you remember. But I did get a lot of fun stuff. Did finally get added new Lightning collection. I got the Magna Defender.
Hold on, I'm trying to. There you go.
Which, wow, yeah, I should have. I might need to clean this lens off a little, but
I think it's your face.
yeah. I got to keep saying with the Lightning collection, it's just one of these lines where even if you're not dedicated to a particular Power Ranger line, these are all just figures. You know, like I got this guy running around with a shotgun.
That's a cool design. I like the design on that.
And like the shotgun's from his sword, and the sword actually pulls from the scabbard, so it's got a lot of good accessories. But I got him. For my Overwatch collection, I got Genji from a trade with a local guy here. I am really excited. I was able to get a very good picture with him at my store, with him in front of a fireplace on my Instagram. But I've been seeing this showing up at Target. I mean, it's been at Target, but I've seen this at closeout on Target for $25. So
Lucky.
You saw one at that price in person?
I did. Yes, I did, and it was after I traded for this guy. I got a good trade for it. I'm not complaining.
But you know you're going to see us next week in case any of us wanted to jump in on that.
It already got picked up, unfortunately. Oh. But Targets apparently might be getting out of the high-end collectible line ish, because Target's been picking up a lot of Bandai stuff. And that's where comes to my last pickup of the day. I am in love with this figure. I don't know if you guys have seen these. These
What's
are
that line
the
called?
Yeah,
Evolution. It's the Dragon Ball Evolution line.
Okay.
And
not to be confused with the movie.
Oh, that God, that was
correct. Now, this is not perfect, but if you do that whole value for dollar thing, this is hands down one of the best figures I have gotten my hands on. When I first saw the Dragon Ball All-Stars line come out, I was excited, but then I saw it didn't have an ab crunch. This guy has got all the posability you want for a Goku figure. I mean, he's got abs. He's got a freaking butterfly joint. The hair's painted. The legs, hit all the angles that you need him to look at for being Goku-y. I actually showed T-Man a breakdown of this earlier today on a private chat, so sorry guys, it was just a little one-on-one moment between me and him. But my only criticism is that these could have come with extra hands, because the hands pull out perfectly, and scale. Because now with this lot, they only have Goku, they've got Vegeta, and they got Broly. But Broly's the same size as Goku.
Broly's a really random addition to that line. Like for the third figure, that's kind of weird.
I think it's because he's already in blue, so I'm thinking that it's either from Super or they're just playing off the appeal from the movie because of the Phantom Event thing.
Yeah, it must be a movie.
Yeah.
Show them the ankles.
Oh yeah, so the ankles
awesome.
are they're like the old Toy Biz figures. So there's a pin here, so he does have, he can get a good ankle pivot.
So that's better than SH Figure Arts
by
far.
Way better.
I mean, well, here's the thing I like and hate about the figure. A lot of people, when you first get them, are going to realize that he breaks apart easy.
Okay. But so does Krillin, so it's
okay. But here's the thing. What I like about that is it just shows that the line is basically all modular pieces. Like the feet come out just fine. So that's a really nice cost-saving measure that's very efficient. So they want to reuse hands, reuse biceps. Marvel Legend figures, they'll reuse an entire arm or entire torso. This, they can pretty much plug and play what they want to reuse. Like the arm just came right off.
Dave, do you still have the two things. Do you still have the box to that you could show us anywhere?
I do not, and it's a blister pack,
Okay.
actually.
And,
So the packaging is cheap.
okay.
This guy was $10 after tax. It was like $10.35.
And then the follow up is: do you have an SH Figure Arts, like a standard size one nearby that you could do a side by side real quick?
Not of Dragon Ball.
Just anything, any SH Figure Arts, and we can extrapolate.
Do a Power Ranger.
Power Ranger, or even do a Marvel Legends.
Actually, I do.
Go from there.
I do. I've got before he was Beast Morphers, the Japanese equivalent. So there you go.
So okay, so
he is smaller.
Yeah, he is smaller, but it's not as far off as you would think.
Or if you want a Bucky Cap mold with Marvel Legends.
Okay.
That's the right height. He about 5'5".
Right.
I'm just saying for Bucky. For Bucky Cap, he is like right in his chest here. But and lastly, I did get the Captain America on a bike because I want to repaint the bike.
I was about to say you're going to be on a painting frenzy with that thing.
Yeah, but you know what to say. When it comes to painting, I like to rumble.
Are you going to repaint it to something different, like another character's bike, or are you just going to weather it and give it some detail?
Weather it and give it detail.
Gotcha.
Are you going to try to do some like bullet effects, bullet holes?
Nah. I might give it just some little rust pieces and stuff. So, but yeah.
Very cool.
This, if you want like your desk toy at work, this is like so perfect.
Yeah, it would be good for that, wouldn't it?
That's what I was thinking. For $10, I would
look.
$10.
This is everything I wanted the All-Stars figures to be. Everything that ticks me off about the All-Stars figure, this guy does. And he's about $10 less, and he's so much better.
And they come with, that didn't come with any accessories, right? They come with accessories.
No accessories. I would have paid $2 more for extra hands and stuff.
Right.
But,
I was going to say is that, it comes with the Build-A-Figure piece for the Dragon Stars, but like you said, the quality is not really there as much as that one looks to be. So for that, I'm okay with not having extra accessories.
Yeah. Look at this pose. That is Goku. Everything I want Goku to be.
Dragon Stars pop off, depending on the figure, like hit, his waist explodes. And then you have to put all those pieces together.
But, T-Man, you mentioned sometimes about getting a figure you just can't stop posing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what this Goku is. I got the fireball pose, just like right there.
I don't know. I think I might have a figure here that rivals that as far as you can't stop posing it.
So Dave, does that wrap it up for you?
Not for $10. Yeah, that wraps it up.
It's not for 10. No, not for $10.
So then I guess that's a good segue into Joe. What the hell are you talking about, buddy?
I've got the best action figure of the year, nay, of all time, because I've always wanted a well-articulated dinosaur. And finally, they are giving us, this is the Amber collection.
Yes.
And they are so good. I counted it. I think it was like 28. It was like mid to high 20s points of articulation. Shoulder.
Is that Mattel?
Elbows. Yeah, Mattel. Wrists, hips, knees, second knee, whatever they call that part. The claw moves, the feet move.
It doesn't have an ankle pivot.
It pivots, and it like double pivots because you got this extra knee, so that moves, and the foot pivots.
Does his retractable slashing claw move at all?
Yep.
Ah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Amazing.
Lots of head articulation.
I love head
articulation.
Lots of good head, and the tail. So they got this right. They actually made the tail like the soft rubbery material, and it has a wire in it, so you can pose the tail however you want. but they got the paint to match perfectly. So there's not usually when they do that, when it goes from this hard plastic to the rubbery stuff, it's a dead giveaway and it looks really terrible. This is like perfect.
Can you make that guy look like he's pondering a philosophical decision?
I think you already did that, didn't you?
Hold on.
Oh, hell, it's the meme. I need one.
Can he hold the golden disc?
This thing is, he can do anything. I would say the only downside of this is like the way they molded the hands is a little like just a little odd. Like I almost feel like these fingers should be like pulled over, like straightened out.
Right.
But
Freeze them.
it works. It works so good.
And that's Mattel?
It's Mattel. This is Mattel. And this is like a $29 price point.
You haven't shown off the best feature.
What's the best feature?
The urination feature.
Oh. So yes, it does come with this stand, which is supposed to be like a piece of amber. But when you peg it in like this, yes, it does look like he's urinating.
So where did you get that from?
So I ordered this from the GameStop website, and I just had them ship it to me. And I had a gift card, so it kind of offset the cost of shipping. But they are starting to hit GameStops. You can get these on the shelf.
Do you remember how much that ran?
It was $29.
Okay. Because I just found it on Amazon while you were talking, and it's $29.99 pre-order, release in March.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, GameStop's got them, and they're right on the website. You can order it, and you probably won't pay shipping if you ship it to your local GameStop store.
Man, fuck them.
Well, it's available right now.
It's available right now. I've got it right here in my hands.
See that too? It's live, man.
This is not.
I mean,
That's actually pretty damn badass.
Yeah, I think you sold me on one for sure.
This thing is amazing. Like I have not really been able to put it down.
I'm getting one of them. He's going to be with my Star-Lord.
The only thing, like, I wonder is, so I showed you guys this pic. He is, from the movie scale, it's pretty much 1/12 scale. So this is a Mezco 1/12. It's pretty much in line with that. But I don't know if they're going to make, like, I don't know if they can make a T-Rex in this line. Because the T-Rex would have to be like that super colossal size T-Rex.
The Walmart one?
Yeah, I don't know how much that would cost.
Bigger than the one that was in Walmart?
I never got that big one. I think it was like $50, wasn't it? Or was it more?
It might have been more.
The T-Rex that could eat everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, that super colossal, whatever it was called. I think it would have to be about that size to scale with this. But they could do a bunch of other Raptors. They could do that one with the big frill thing around its neck. I can't remember what the hell they call it.
I actually think they are supposed to be doing that one of those to go with a Nedry figure.
That would be
and then they are going to be making a blue from Lost World. We're not Lost World. Jurassic
World.
Yeah.
T, are you in on one of those?
Yes.
So do you want to, a little wheel and deal, and do you want to, you and I order 2 from GameStop since we'll see each other next weekend and save on the shipping? Because then it'll be free shipping. All right. We'll set that up after the show.
Man, I'm a good salesman.
You are. Yeah, that I can't believe the amount of articulation that thing's got. And the P plate puts it over.
We've been wanting articulated dinosaurs, and this is it.
As soon as we order them, we're going to go to GameStop tomorrow.
I just did a search on my nearby ones and I didn't see it.
But that's it for me. Matt, what you got?
Me?
How do you top that?
I'm not going to. So I guess peer pressure. I like the look of the Fortnite guys. So I decided to go in on one and just see what they're all about. I got to say, I'm mostly impressed. I got the DJ Yonder because something about that like
Ooh.
camel-like head kind of spoke to me. So I got him. The only thing that's a little bit of a buzzkill for me is that he has no
No camel
side
toe?
Camel toe?
He does. It's a reverse camel toe though. It sticks out. I don't know what that means.
I think he's a llama.
It's a llama toe. Look. So he doesn't have any side-to-side ankle articulation, which I don't know. For me, seems like it's kind of like a minimum requirement now for these 6-inch figures. So that's the only thing so far. Everything else, the paint's good on this guy. It's good feeling material. Everything feels like it's soft ratcheted. Well, almost everything is soft ratcheted. He's got the talk. He can open his mouth. The head's really loose on mine though. So
that guy came with some insane accessories.
He did. I haven't taken most of them out, but here's this pickaxe thing. So I played Fortnite for maybe 2.5 minutes a few months ago, and I uninstalled it. So there's his like his mixer board pickaxe. And then I haven't taken most of the accessories out, but there's the tray. It's got the little teleportation orb, his backpack, a mixing board, or a DJ board, and then 2 pistols and the assault rifle. So yeah, they do. I mean, they come for $20. The articulation, the paint on it, and the amount of accessories is a really good deal. I just wish this guy had ankle tilt. It's the only thing, and it's like his abs really good. He's got soft rubber on the outside, so he can still get a good bend to him.
And that might be better than the regular.
So I just opened him up before the show started, so I'm not really had a whole lot of time to mess with him. What I did get earlier. Go ahead.
I said I just have the I got the Executioner and 2 wild cards to be like my faceless mooks.
So the only other thing I got this week, because I'm anticipating big spending next weekend, from Terry's TF Club, I believe it's called. I ordered the New Age Agamemnon, their Megatron. So there's what he looks like in gun mode.
Sweet.
So I've taken him to work every day this week, and yesterday I was sitting there towards the end of the day, and I decided to transform him while I was sitting at my desk, and almost all the way through I was extending the barrel, and I put it on the top of the gun, and I thought, I work in a secure area in a quasi-government building, and I sat there after I was finished. I was like, oh, look, I'm holding a tiny weapon that I probably shouldn't be seen with, even though it's clearly fake. I don't know. In today's culture, I felt like maybe I should probably put it away. And to be fair, it is the size of a Derringer, a little tiny holdout pistol. So he looks really good. He's solid material. He's got decent articulation, considering the transformation on it is brilliant. The only thing that's kind of limiting with his articulation are his shoulders. They don't quite go full out 90 degrees. So you have to work around that with rotating them and using the elbow. But it can be done, and he's really good looking. I'll transform him during the show and let you see the face sculpt, because it's almost like it's almost exactly like MP36. It's really good looking. But that's all I got this week. T-Man, we didn't cover you yet, did we?
Nope. But I don't know if you guys seen that video of that guy fussing at the police officer. You might be the right complexion to get away with holding that gun. But
I can be salty though, so I need to watch that.
Oh, he was massively salty. I can't remember. I didn't have her last week, right? I hope not.
I can't.
Well, if
I don't believe so.
No, you just picked her up this week because you were talking about you had the other Ray last week.
Yeah.
That wasn't Forces of Destiny or whatever the little one's
Oh
called.
yeah, that's right. You
Galaxy of
her.
Adventure.
She had a good eye, right?
Yeah. Which you can't see. Whatever. I got a review on it. She looks good. She has an actual expression. She has a smile instead of a deadpan face. She comes with Dio, of course, who was supposed to be infatuated with BB-8 or something like that. And I also got a Fortnite dude from Jazzwares, Leviathan, a fish guy. Well, a fish controlling a humanoid body some type of way. I don't think any of these guys have like a real backstory.
When I was watching your review, right when you were getting to like what he reminded you of, I kept shouting at my phone, Earthworm Jim, and then you said it, and it made me happy. So.
Yeah, I think I might be the first person to say that. Everybody else was talking about the minion on Megamind. Because that definitely
was. Is it weird though? The first thing came to my mind was the fish from American Dad.
Klaus. And my only problem is you can't change that fish position. So, yeah. But he is a fish, so you can turn him backwards and it makes sense. I did get the Galaxy of Adventures fin, but that's in another room in my backpack. I just picked that up today randomly.
Is he Finn or is he kind of Finn?
he's all the way Finn.
Okay. Just
like on this fish guy here. And this is mine, but I have Fans Toys Jabber here, who I'm having issues with. If I decide to do the review, because I almost don't even want to freaking do it. The transformation has things in it that's these two panels are just like their Ruse's backpack, where it's like, what were they thinking? And the overall presence of him, for me, I'm going to have to sit on it when I do decide to film the review, because I'm going to film it. I might be different, but I'm getting the vibe of their Perceptor that Fans Toys made, where it's like, yay, it's Perceptor, but man, like I wasn't wowed when I played with that thing. And it comes with a little Target Master like they do.
Did the Unique Toys one come with a Target Master?
Yeah, it was smaller. It's weird. Buzzing or whatever his name is. I think it was Buzzing.
Yeah, I think you're right.
He's taller than Jabber, but the Target Master is smaller than Jabber's Target Master. It was like the reverse of everything. He doesn't have any wheels.
You got a lot of experience with the Fan Toys stuff. So would you say there's any kind of pattern, almost like the Star Trek movies, how like every other one sucks? Is there like a pattern with Fan Toys? Can we decode it?
Can we confirm that?
I don't think it's like every other one. It's like starting last year, it was like you were just hit back to back with figures that were kind of disappointing. So maybe it was. I feel like there were two back to back. It was Rouge and whoever came after Rouge.
Hoodlum, wasn't it?
I think it was their six shop.
Well, I remember their God, what's his name? The headmaster turned into a bat. That was supposed to be
Mind Wipe.
Their Mind Wipe was supposed to be a major disappointment. Oh, Lupus. That was like the first big major disappointment.
Lupus. Yeah. That was my problem. I got Lupus wasn't new, but I got Lupus, and then I got Rouge. So I was like, holy crap, both of these are kind of trash.
Well, then most people who get Lupus aren't happy.
It's never Lupus. At the house.
What are the odds of Braun being any good?
Looking at him, I feel like just the overall look of him, it seems like I will like. I don't really too much completely like the look of this, but it seemed like it should have good articulation, and I already like the way it looks.
Because I think that's the next release, right? He should be.
No, their Silverbolt is next. Aerial
That's
bot.
already up.
Yeah, so
Oh, the aerial bot, but I
Oh.
forgot what his name is.
There's another whatever. There's another aerial bot set to come out.
Slingshot.
Possibly.
Whoever has the red suspenders, which I think is all of them.
Their brawn is until March.
But their mind wipe, I liked him, but I'm not like,
In like with him.
yeah. It wasn't horrible. I liked him. He was way better than Lupus. But their the 6-shot was kind of a mess in the knees. And the way the arms work. I don't like when you're trying to articulate a figure and you move the arm, but then you have to adjust something as you're moving it. I just like them to be an action figure. And everything flows together without you having to readjust the wheel after you bend the knee. But I think that's would be all I got.
There was also their Motor Master was really well received too.
Oh yeah, he was good.
So I transformed him while you were talking. There's a look if we can get a shot of his face.
Oh, very good.
Pretty good.
According
It's on par
to
with the MP.
Bao, my bronze should be shipping between November 19th and December 30th.
Really?
Really?
I thought it was next year. But I am wrong a lot.
Fake news.
Fake news. We're full of it. All right. So that wraps up the what we got. And how about the what are we going to get and what's in the news? Let me bring up our topics real quick here.
You know, you mentioned you're doing a little bit of spending next weekend.
We are. I think most of us probably are.
I mean, what's going on next weekend?
It's going to be the Apple Festival here by me, where they're going to have pies and beverages. And that's actually the truth. But next weekend is TFcon Reston or TFcon DC, and 3 out of the 4 people here are really close to it, and we'll have an easy time getting there. The 4th, we'll have fun. They say it's the road that you travel. It's the journey, not the destination. So hopefully you can have fun with that.
I just got to bypass Franklinton. I should be okay.
We all should.
Or Fredericksburg. Fredericksburg. I got to bypass Fredericksburg.
How long of a drive is it for you, Dave?
It's going to be about 4 hours.
4 hours. Okay. So the rest of us here live in the DC, Maryland area. So we're not far off. I think the furthest out's going to be Joe. And what is it for you? It's an hour and 45, I think, for me. So it can't be much.
Well, I think it's 2. Yeah, it's like a little over 2 hours for me, but Alicia's telling me it's going to take us like 3+. Especially, well, depending on what time we leave Friday. I don't know what our plans are for what time we're leaving Friday, but
I mean, we're not stopping along the way to see the world's biggest ball of wax or, driving to south of the border to look around and then coming back up. So I think we'll probably make it.
If you were going back south of the border, you better stop by and say hi to me.
I just think, I don't know, the traffic, we got to go around Baltimore and then we got to go around
DC.
DC. So
it's going to depend on the time of day.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the one thing I got going in my favor is because I keep on forgetting. Usually when I go to Maryland, it's about 4 hours. But since I'm not actually going to Maryland, I don't have to cut through certain parts of Virginia. So maybe it might be about 3.5 hours. 3 hours. Might cut an hour off.
What's your soundtrack going to be?
Oh, God. Dude, if you knew, my playlist is so freaking eclectic. I listen to everything from Sugar Hill Gang to Ghost. I mean, old 70s to metal, death metal.
Matt and I listen to video game music.
I do. That tends to be like 80% of my day at work with the music in my ear.
So we're going to be listening to a nice audio book. Matt, what should we make T-Man listen to on the way down?
We could do
The sounds of snoring.
what's the What's the Expeditionary Force? He'd probably get a kick out of that
He
after it
probably
got
would
to the
like
good
that.
part.
we
Yeah.
can do that.
So TFcon's coming up next weekend. We're going to be there. I think everybody here has full weekend tickets, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll be rocking the shirts. I don't think any of us are going to be able to make the pre-party on Thursday. I don't think I'm going to be able to.
That barbecue thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think by the time I get off work, especially that time of day with all the traffic,
Yeah, it's going to be a
by the time
nightmare.
we get there, it's going to be over. But I think
Not only that, but I plug the address in and it ends up being an extra half hour to 40 minutes further than where the convention is. So
Gotcha.
I don't
Plus,
know.
we don't have a place to stay Thursday night. So
Right.
See you there,
That's my
Pete.
big.
So that's what's going on. We're really excited about it. I know I'm really excited about it. The best part, when I started conventions, I always heard that the best part of conventions was being able to see people and meet people that you haven't seen or maybe talked to online, and it wasn't necessarily about the stuff. And I didn't believe that the first time I went because I bought a lot of stuff. And I didn't believe that the second time I went because I bought a lot of stuff. But I am starting to see now. I am more looking forward to seeing people that A, I've never met in person before, a la Dave, and B, people that I've only seen once a year at other conventions. So that's going to be a highlight for me. I also am sort of looking forward to hang out with people I see all the time, but fuck those guys. So how about you guys? Generally speaking, like what is it I mean, we don't have to get into like the nuts and bolts of the convention unless you want to, but what do you guys think you're sort of looking forward to as being the main thing? Let's start with Dave.
Number one thing, aside from meeting you guys and drinking with you guys and drinking some more with you guys, my top thing is going to be the trivia contest, hands down.
And I should mention that the schedule is posted, so that stuff should be up by
and
now.
that's Saturday night, so that is probably I always joke around being the trivia master. I want to put my money where my mouth is. So see if I can pull that off this year.
How about you, Joe?
So I don't have any major things that I'm really looking for, but I do like the fact that I'll say this. I'm kind of hoping to get caught up on some of the Masterpiece stuff that I don't have yet. Like if I find a good price on, I don't have Ratchet, I don't have Ironhide. Those are two that if I saw, like, remember that table we saw? I can't remember what the vendor was, but they had like a huge collection. That's where I got my Soundwave.
Yep, I remember that.
And they were all decent prices.
Aren't you afraid that Soundwave's a knockoff?
No, it's not a knockoff.
Oh, I thought you said you thought it was a knockoff.
No, T thinks it's a knockoff.
Oh, okay.
It's not a knockoff. I did some high-level research. It's not a knockoff. So, yeah, stuff like that. I mean, I don't think there's a big ticket thing that I'm really – and we're going to talk about exclusives here in a minute, but there's no exclusives right now that I'm really excited about. But other than that, just hanging out with you guys and walking around the showroom floor. That's what I'm looking forward to.
I'd have to say I'm looking forward to it being kind of a disconnected experience, meaning that we've, at least here, private life kind of thing, we've had some really busy weekends. We've had some late nights, and it's a lot of nonstop. And the ability to be able to go and stay on site and have a room there and just be able to crash out for 3 days in this sort of environment is something I'm really looking forward to just kind of come and go as you please. I'm going to be bringing a pack of some cigars and stuff. You might be able to find us out front and just kind of relaxing and doing our thing. But I don't know what you're showing me there. Is that, at first I thought it was a retainer.
that is Hydroman's light effect.
That did, if you from the other angle, it did. Never mind. I thought you were trying to tell us like, yeah, I snore and I need to put this in with my CPAP machine. So,
I was just being random.
Look what I just pulled out of my nose.
I don't know. That's what I'm looking forward to. Like, there's always this stuff, and it is kind of neat to see a lot of this stuff in person that you normally wouldn't think about buying. I'm hoping that the Unicron will be there, but I don't know if it will be, being that it's an unsanctioned event.
It's not.
It probably won't be.
The other Unicron might be there.
The other one, Zetas, might, I guess.
Yeah.
There's a chance of that. So that's really it. It's good to buy this stuff. I'm trying not to go crazy with money, but it is nice to be able to get a bag of new toys and just kind of dig in while you're relaxing with a beer. Like last time, Joe and I just grabbed we had our deck of cards and we had our new purchases and we sat at the bar drinking beer, messing with stuff. In fact, we went live. You can find the video on this channel.
Should we do cards, or is that dead?
No, it's still going strong, but I have to relearn from scratch. So I'm probably not going to.
With everyone else being there, maybe they'll play.
Maybe. T, how about you? What's your thoughts?
I'm just looking forward to actually being there or experiencing it for the first time, since I've never been to any full-on Transformers convention. So being able to see all the toys that I can't afford, which everything should probably be there Transformer-wise, will be nice. And seeing y'all. Well, Dave, I've seen y'all before, but I never met Dave in person. So that'll be interesting. And the other
it's gonna be like this. Hi, man. Good to see you.
And all the other people.
Anybody else have anything to add on that? Dave, I feel like I cut you off. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about it?
No. I mean, it's kind of like we were talking about before. I mean, I don't really have too much of a hit list of what I want. Like, if I'm looking to track down to buy something, I mean, even the voice actors, I'm just kind of like, cool, but it's not like, oh my god, I gotta see this guy scenario.
Yeah, I've never been starstruck too much.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like it's not like they got like David K there. That would have been, if he was there, that'd be one thing. But
I'd have to run into like Elon Musk or something to get starstruck.
No, at Baltimore Comic-Con, Tara Strong is supposed to be there. Great sight.
I'm working on it.
oh, I met Tara Strong.
She's going to be at Baltimore Comic-Con this weekend. But I see the package is, I think it's $100 if you just want an autograph, and then maybe
What?
100 and something if you want to meet her, get the autograph, la-di-doo, a photo op.
It wasn't $100. I mean, I paid like 60. I got a photo on my Instagram. You can actually find a picture of me and Tara Strong, and I got an autograph, one of her autographs. So
I just remember
she's
seeing
charming.
the package being 100. Her and the Greg dude were the same price. I remember seeing two that were 100 something.
What do you charge, Dave, for photos?
Right now, for a good, if you want a photo, just a photo, it's going to be a beer. And if you want a photo and a reelie, it's going to be a beer and a shot of well vodka. If you want an actual punchline, it's going to have to be a shot of Absolute.
Damn.
That's well, at least that's some solid pricing, Dave. I would stick to your guns on that.
$5. I always charge $5 for everything. Handshake, $5.
I was thinking about charging $5 for a headshot and then $10 for a face shot. But anyway,
Wait, $5 for anything, T? Because my house needs to get resited.
No.
and Pate needs his lawn mowed. I reminded of that the other night.
For things that I actually want to do.
Oh,
Well, I'm not at 15,000 yet.
that's a short list. Things you actually want to do.
Yeah.
And sleep are the first 15 of 18 things. So,
It's funny to say that, but it's like there's not like a video game room there. I mean, it's just I've been, with the Transformers convention. It's weird when it's just like one subject. Oh, me and a 40. A 40 will get you a hug. Yes. 40 might get a hug from T-Man too, but it's not. If they had like, I hate to say this, just more stuff. Like there was actually like GI Joe's things there, or it's TFcon is third party. If it had other kinds of off the wall things, that'd be kind of cool, like indie games or things
Don't the
like that.
sellers have that?
Stuff. They had like there was some SH Fig Art stuff. I
So
think there was some kind of rule where 90% of the table has to be Transformers related.
that's what I was going to say. Is there's the word that I heard when we first started doing this was that each table had to be at least, I think it was 80% Transformers, and then the rest could be your own discretion. Like 80 or 90, something like that.
No, I'm talking about like events there though, like panels and things like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, all the panels and everything's going to be all Transformers related.
But you're going to have some like former Hasbro people there that I'm sure could speak on some GI Joe stuff. Like Aaron Archer is going to be there. I'm sure that they can have some kind of input on that since they're all involved. I mean, not that GI Joe has been the most active brand in the past few years, but I'm sure it's not like 100% Transformers every second, And there's cosplaying. We saw the Baroness and Snake Eyes in Chicago, which was really cool. I don't know. It's just a good experience. Does anybody else have anything to add regarding kind of like the look forwarding to kind of portion of it?
Just being there and experiencing everything and maybe eating some stuff. And seeing that raptor in person.
Yeah, me too. You got to bring the raptor.
I got to bring the raptor? All right.
Yeah.
I'll bring the raptor.
I wanted to get into some TFcon and convention tips, but I don't know. Maybe we'll save that for next week since it'll be closer to.
Yeah. We'll have a show before TFcon.
Yeah, maybe next week we'll get into like some stuff that at least we've observed for people that are just starting that never been to one before, want to know what it's about or how it's going to go down. We'll do that next week.
Don't buy everything.
That's one of the tips. That's don't blow your load right off the bat. Oh, this is you know what? Yeah, you beat me to it. That's we're gonna whatever other tip I say, disregard in favor of this. This is the important one.
Washing with
chapstick. I thought of that. I don't know why, but getting up this morning, walking out to my car, I'm like, I got to get some chapstick to keep on me.
How are you getting your discounts? Never mind. Don't answer that.
Chapstick's important because you never know who you're going to run into that's looking for some chapstick.
German, the German body gets chapped up awful easier. I got to see if he's coming. I got to see if old Tim's coming over. I haven't talked to him. If he is, that'll be awesome. So that's pretty much the TFcon talk for how we feel about it. As far as other topics wise, though, we're a week and a day out from it starting, and the only thing that we have right now revealed in the way of exclusives, and actually, to be fair, it's unconfirmed at this point. We just have a Dame Chalk Facebook post saying that this was probably a TFcon exclusive. I don't think TFcon's actually tweeted this directly. But we have a picture of a G1 homage Planet X Vulcan, their Grimlock, and we're going to bring up a picture of that. So I think he looks awesome. It's just as you would expect from a G1 Grimlock, but it is a 4-year-old toy, which is fine if that's what you're all into. And I to be fair and full transparency, I might actually be in on one of these guys, especially if it's slim pickings like it's looking like. But as of right now, as of this broadcast, we don't have any other exclusives revealed besides what we assume is going to be, X-Transbot's next Stunticon will likely be one of them. But that's not confirmed either.
I don't know about exclusive, but they showed the Makitoe's Dirge.
That wasn't for TFcon, though. That was just them saying that was on the verge of being released. So that may make it over there. As T pointed out in our chat today, the Make Toys Meteor first debuted at TFcon Reston.
Where?
So there's a pretty good chance we'll see Dirge there. And he does look good. But what do you guys think? What's your thoughts on this particular exclusive? Are you disappointed? Do you think we'll see more? G2, thank you. I probably kept saying G1, but yes, G2. What do you guys think? Let's start the discussion with let's start with Joe.
Well, you guys know I'm a little G2'd out. It's just everything is G2.
You bought one.
I'm feeling like hopefully we'll get some surprises, like last minute stuff, like, oh, hey, we just got a truck in kind of stuff. Like last year at Chicago, they had the what was it, the Stealth RC?
Yep.
That was like that no one knew that was going to be there. And especially if now we're at just under a week out, and on the official website, there's not one official confirmed exclusive. Like even that Vulcan G2 Grimlock is not confirmed. So unless they just throw a bunch of stuff at us next week, but most likely, like you said, it's going to be G2 Stunticon, it's going to be G2 Grimlock, it's going to be maybe a Make Toys. I don't know. I'd like to see some stuff like unique. Like Dave, I think, had said something in our chat about like a Deadpool. Like, didn't you say like a Deadpool themed MMC?
That was up in Canada.
Yeah, that was the last TFcon's exclusive.
Why don't they do more like, superhero decor? I don't know, just different stuff, or like horror movies. Do like horror movie themed bots. That would be kind of cool. Just different genres and mix them together, and just everything's G2. I don't know.
Somebody's Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, I was going to say a Ratchet painted up like Pennywise or something,
Yeah, just stuff that's crazy and creative that like you wouldn't get anywhere else other than a convention like that. That way, like 5 years from now, if you're showing off your collection and somebody sees something like, oh wow, that's really crazy. Where'd you get that? Oh yeah, it's at this convention. That was it. Because all this G2 stuff, you're going to be able to order that stuff online the week or two after the convention anyway. It's not true. And they make so many of them. It's not really that big of a deal. I don't feel pressed to have to wait in line to get it.
I wonder if that Screamer is still available from Chosen Prime. I'm fact checking that.
That's a good point, Nightwing. I want unique toys. Not necessarily made by Unique Toys.
Yeah, you can still get that G2 Screamer on Chosen Prime. How about you, T? Thoughts?
I think we're going to get some random surprises the day of, and they don't want to tell us because they want it to be magical like Christmas.
That's true. It's not like anybody has to pre-order anything.
But I don't care about G2. I used to hate it, to be honest. The only ones I liked were the ones that actually looked like the original toys, like Bumblebee being gold wasn't too far off, and Cliff Jumper being chromed up wasn't too far off. But I'm hoping that Dirge is there, because I've been wanting those cone heads for a minute.
I feel like he might be. He looks ready. How about you, Dave?
I'm really hoping we get more, because, like you mentioned, RC, the Deadpool, things like that. I mean, hell, we all bought the pack, to get that first line for the exclusives. You guys have gone to a couple TFcons. This is my, and just due to the fact of life and things, my only one. And if that's what we get is just G2, I will be incredibly disappointed. It's good, but it will just be very underwhelming of getting just a repaint of something from 4 years ago. That's for a property that's not even popular anymore because it's War for Cybertron. So I'm really hoping somewhere like you mentioned. Yes, unique toys. Hell, I would take another Fans Project Heartmaster repaint right now. That would probably get my attention, because at least I know it's a decent mold. Something from MMC. That'd be kind of cool if they use something with the Commodus mold. I mean, I like Joe's idea of the horror themes of just, let's go for something crazy. That would be like, dude, that is so batshit. I need that on my shelf. So, but as of right now, I am incredibly underwhelmed. So I'm hoping that I am proven wrong, and I'll be like the week after that going, oh my God, I can't believe I got this. I am so hoping I'll be like that and just eating these words that I'm saying right now.
I feel like we're still going to see some stuff, and I think Nate Simmons had agreed too that they're probably are saving and are going to have some day of, or right at the last minute releases. I don't know. I feel like they can't sell an extra $50 ticket without some kind of guarantee that there's going to be something to buy. Which is not to say there's a guarantee that it's going to be something you want, right? Because you're buying a $50 extra premium ticket on blind faith that you're going to A, have something available that you're looking forward to, and B, something that you're going to be able to buy in the first place. So I can't imagine that they would sell you that bill of goods and then not have something available past one thing. So I feel like there's going to be some coming.
Yeah, I mean, years and years ago, I went to one of the last I went to the last BotCon, and the exclusive was a Scorponaut colored version of Armada Megatron. I was like, what the hell is this? They had so many cool things, and like that's what they had. And then years later, they only did one. They did a convention called TFcon in Charlotte, North Carolina, and their exclusives were absolutely fantastic. They took the bulkhead mold, and they actually turned those into Sharktacons. It was absolutely fantastic, and they were all bought up like that. I mean, so it was like one time when you're there and you get like the crap exclusive, and then you see like the awesome stuff, but I didn't pre-order those. So I'm hoping this will be that more of Sharktacons versus
more creative stuff.
Armada Megatron. Yeah.
And I dig Joe's idea too. I think that something horror-esque, or I would even take it a step further and say like the Marvel and DC comic book universes both take on the zombie thing with deceased and Marvel zombies. Why not have zombified characters that like, can you imagine an Ironhide that's all broken down and missing pieces and then transforms into this rusted out van with all these gaps in it and paint smeared and all that? I don't know. Yeah. Stuff like that would be pretty cool. So if anybody out there is listening from those companies, we got you covered with the ideas.
And you got 6 days to put them in production.
6 days. We expect to see it. We expect to see them. Does anybody else have anything to add about? Does anything have anybody TFcon related at this point, exclusive related, anything we've been talking about, or should we move on?
Oh, did you see that the painting figure or the customizing figure? That Ratchet?
Yes.
Somebody made a post saying that I thought they were just going to be announcing it, but they're like, if you want to cancel, you have a certain amount of days to call TFcon so you can get your money back. That made me laugh.
Yeah, because what company is it? It's not one of the. It's that Ratchet that came out before
Voodoo.
the Masterpiece. Yeah, the Voodoo. Yeah.
But I was like, if you're going to be haphazardly painting something, it should be something you don't care about. Even though I
think there'd be a whole bunch of Omnigon spindrifts.
You could paint them up to be that police version.
Or they could have like a destruction class where you could just beat the hell out of them and get your anxiety and your pent up rage out. That's always a thought.
Good idea too.
All right. If no one has anything else to add about TFcon, let's keep it bot related though, and move on to this next piece that looks interesting. This company's been quiet for a little bit. They released some prototypes last year or the beginning of this year of some female versions of their mail bots, and those had my interest because the mail bots were so good. Astro has shots now of its wasp or crab. Wait, what is it? Is it? Do they call it a wasp?
So it's called a wasp drone, but it basically is a crab.
It does look like a crab. I thought it was a crab.
It does look like a crab. Let me pull up the pics here.
I remember that.
So what's cool about this thing is it actually integrates with the existing Astrobots to make like a backpack.
I like.
Or a jetpack.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks like they're coming out with 2 different versions of it. Mode A, well, this is the same thing, but you can put these little cannon pieces on the legs. So there's mode A, mode B, and then it folds up and turns into like a jetpack. And the guns come off, and the Astrobots can wield them, dual wield them.
That is on my hit list. I hope that is at TFcon. I hope Astrobots has some representation at TFcon.
I can't remember. We saw probably not. We didn't see Astrobots, I don't think, did we?
No, not that I recall.
We did see some other oddball stuff, so that you never know, they could be there.
Well, you say that, but then Flames Toys was there. Remember that? Official Flames Toys stuff was there. Yep. They had their own booth.
What was that other company that was there that did that?
You had that
3A. 3A had their stuff too.
What was that thing called?
The what?
That Falcon thing that I bought. I can't remember what the hell they're called. Sentinel? Was it Sentinel? I don't know. But they were there.
That was the table next to Flame Toys, right?
Yeah, it was next to Flame Toys.
Yeah, I don't remember what you bought, and it's sad that you don't either. But
No, I got it right here in front of me. I just can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, I don't remember either. But yes, there is official stuff, so... And not that this is like branded of anything official Transformers related, but there's always a chance. This would be the place I would expect to find them with this stuff. But
yeah,
what do I know?
I mean, this thing looks pretty cool. I like it. I dig it.
And like I said, though, they've shown off the females. Remember the what is it? I'm going to butcher the names, but they had all these like elaborate like crests behind them and wings and stuff. They were slender figures.
Athena.
Athena, yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, I'll have to try to find that.
But they went silent. Like, there's no pre-orders up for those. There's no more information. So I don't know. I can't remember offhand how many of you guys collect the Astrobots or anything like that. I know Joe bought mine from me, but
Dave, I want one.
Okay, I was about to say, Dave, is this anything you're interested in or something that you're game for? You said it was.
I am game for it. I mean, when Astrobots first came out, I was afraid they were going to be like a one-trick, a one-shot deal. I didn't want to just to be buying it because everybody was buying something. Kind of like when Pacific Rims came out. So the fact that they're expanding on the line definitely has a lot more of my interest. So I'm hoping that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping they're going to be there so I can finally get my hands on one of these guys.
So you've never messed with one in person?
No, I have not, but I like these things like augmenting the existing figures, so it kind of gives you more purpose, to not just have the new stuff, but you get this to take advantage of the old stuff, which builds value for that, which I think is awesome.
There's this one too. That's the actual crab tank.
Which
I see that shit. That creature has attacked me on Fallout many a times.
Has it?
Yeah, it's terrifying. Like, fuck that thing. Did you have that ready, or did you just really do it that fast?
Jordan made that.
Oh, okay, I don't remember.
Oh yeah.
And I forgot I saved it on my phone, so I just pulled
there are so many pictures, memes, and photoshops that happen in our daily chat. It's ludicrous. It's wonder any of us get any work done.
That should be its own Instagram account.
It should be, yeah. Just us entertaining ourselves.
Yeah.
But back to the old Astrobots, Dave. So Dave said he's interested in possibly getting his hands on one and seeing what the line is all about. Joe, I know you bought mine. Are you looking at any of these other ones that are coming out?
Yeah. When the female ones come out, and some of these other little tanky bots that you can kind of combine together with the other bots come out, depending on the price.
Well, the price was reasonable enough for the original bruiser looking dudes. I can't remember their official names. Forgive me.
Apollo.
Yeah. They're $80 some bucks, I believe.
Can't remember what the other guy's name was.
Which the original two are back up for pre-order now. Surprise, surprise.
I believe this one that I got from you is Apollo.
Okay. He's a good figure. I just didn't want to. I wanted to move on from the line, so I did. I had other fish to fry. Actually, no, that was part of the the Magic Square Prime trade, wasn't it?
It could have been.
I got your metallic Magic Square Optimus, which I do not regret. I love that figure. But I don't know. I think I'm in for one of the female figures at least to see what that's like, and the rest of them we'll just kind of wait and see. I'm not hard pressed to get any of them. How about you, T?
T, you're muted.
So T, let's turn on that microphone and go from there.
I want the crab and one of those the females definitely.
You want the crab? You're gonna get the crab next week.
All the crab you can handle. Just bring a mallet. Now, will you be upset if the crab can't integrate with the females? If you can't give the females crabs, are you going to be upset about that?
I have it on good authority that the crab can integrate with females.
Because there's only pictures of the crab, the male with the crabs. So we've seen what that looks like.
Oh, God, how back we milk this joke.
All right, I think I'm going to log off.
That's all you got? You're not going to elaborate any, T? You're just we're trying to film a podcast here, buddy. We got to talk.
Yeah, just that. I want the crab one looks really interesting. I can't remember what the other ones look like.
We'll drop a picture in our chat. That won't help anybody here, but I'll show you what the other ones look like. They look cool. I mean, all of them look cool, and I can tell firsthand that the ones that they have put out are really, really high quality.
Yeah, I only have one issue with them: the way their hips work.
Yes,
they can't kick straight out unless you rotate their waist around, and the butt becomes the crotch.
I hate.
Then the feet are backwards.
Right.
I mean, my biggest concern way back when with Astrobots is I was afraid they're going to go what ended up happening with Mayhem Mechanics. You know, you buy that one cool figure and you're like, you can't wait for more, and you never get any more. Whoopsie.
Or your comic book that you backed.
Ooh.
Whoopsie.
Okay. Any other words or gems of knowledge about the Astrobots? Hope we see them next week.
Yeah.
Okay. We will move on from robot-related news, though, and go to video game fighters and talk about Extra Zero's favorite company in the entire world. He's going to try to get a job with them, writing their ditties for their commercials. Storm Collectibles is releasing a BBTS exclusive Scorpion. So, Joe, get over here with those pictures.
Get over here.
You see what I did there? I integrated the famous saying with what the got those pictures?
He said the thing. He said the thing.
I said the thing from the thing.
You know who originally said the thing?
And you know what I noticed about this? Look at these blood effects. They are not rip-off of Can of Beans.
Do you think they learned their lesson? Or maybe he's working with
his as a placeholder.
Now,
and he got ruffled.
Are those blood effects not in the other Scorpion?
I don't know. I don't have the other Scorpion. Do you have?
I have
no
idea.
Not yet. He's in my pile of loot still.
So you would know better than anybody.
Wait, how long do they hold crap in a pile of loot?
Like 90 days now.
Yeah.
Oh.
So is the spiel with this one just the skeletal face? Is that what makes it the exclusive?
It looks
Or
like they're saying that they've developed the body with new joints.
Well, that's
surely
the
not just
Scorpion
for
in
the
general.
exclusive. Yeah, that's the new mold. That can't be just for the exclusive. Nate Simmons says it's the same blood effects. The only difference is the head.
Cool.
So if you want your Scorpion to be all, Bobby Skullface, you get the BBTS version. If you want it to be just normal, regular, non-Skullface, go somewhere else. It looks good though. I mean, so Dave, you have this one on pre-order. You're gonna get it in your,
he's already in my pile of loot.
Okay, you just haven't shipped it
yet.
yet.
Yeah, I've got Scorpion there. I've got actually Sagat, Guile, and I was just waiting for Cyrax to show up, who's supposed to be in a couple of weeks. So I was going to ship all 4 of those together.
I would be excited to use that missile effect from Sector. Is it Sector? It's got the missile effect, right?
Sector, yeah. I got Sector. I got him on pre-order through Toyco. Figured I'd give them a try, and I gave them a whole bunch of him as well as Terry Bogard. I got a bunch of Storm on order from Toyco now. Okay.
Oh, that's right. Cyrax has got that ludicrously large capture claw or smashing claw, right? Because
that was his fatality.
Right. I do remember that. And then does he have the green capture nets, right?
Yeah.
Cyrax has the green capture nets.
Right. Okay.
And
I remember things.
I'm still ticked off though that I cannot find Smoke anywhere.
Light a fire.
I wanted Cyborg Smoke so bad because that guy was my main back in the day. In Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3.
You're mostly in on these Mortal Kombat figures.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
I mean, I just watched D Amazing's review. These cyborgs look fantastic. I mean, the ninja mold was cool, but all these non-ninja molds, like I said, Baraka was perfectly balanced. Yeah, I am very excited for these, and their quality is going.
Joe, any opinion on this particular line?
I'm staying away from this particular line, but I'm very interested in their DC video game line. What's the freaking thing called?
The Injustice.
Darkseid was just submitted, or there's new pictures out.
That Darkseid looks so much better than the Mezco one. No offense, Joe.
Well, the Mezco one has it's cheaper, and it's got like the heftiness to it because it's literally made of stone.
Mezco does their own thing anyway, right? They're kind of off their own tangent.
I'm just saying, but that right. Storm one, you'll be able to handle, move around, and those Omega Beam effects look absolutely phenomenal.
I really, really want that Lobo. I just haven't committed to pulling the trigger on that price. I'm kind of hoping I catch it later at a cheaper price. Or someone will buy it for me for Christmas, maybe.
You should make yourself an Amazon gift or wish list and drop it in the chat.
Yeah, maybe I should do that.
Or maybe we'll buy it from T's Amazon storefront.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
T, you have any opinion on the Mortal Kombat line?
They look cool, but they cost too much for me.
So you're happy watching from afar.
I'm interested in the cyborgs, but I know that I'm probably never going to get them because the other crap that I collect, such as Transformers, they take up all of my money.
So here's a question though, especially for Dave, who's in on the line. Most people that are in like line complete or like the ninjas just spent a crap load of money to fill out their ninjas with the old body style. Is there any type of feeling, any sort of kind of way about the ninjas now being re-released with a different aesthetic and a new updated body type?
Well, here's the thing. It's the Mortal Kombat. Specifically, it's the Mortal Kombat 3 Scorpion.
Okay.
And then they are going to be doing the Mortal Kombat 3 Sub-Zero. they were not palette swipes. They were
Right.
independent character designs. So it's kind of, I mean, one of the things that was kind of neat with the ninjas is you got the same mask from Mortal Kombat 1 and Mortal. That was the only details. They actually kept the same costumes, and all those ninjas back in those games were just palette swaps. But the later games, those characters got individualized. So
Right, for unique
it's-
outfits.
So it's not so much per se. I mean, the ninjas were printing money. They were bringing in the revenue. And they're still a fantastic display. I'm looking at my shelf right now. I got them all thinking Shao Kahn and Goro, and they look great. And so the rest of them are just going to be bold. So for
Dave,
me,
your
I got no
connection
problem with
held
it.
out so well.
Oh,
Your connection has been holding out so well this whole show, and now it's just starting to take a big old crap.
Yeah, I didn't hear what you just said.
Yeah, well, once you started
how
getting into
far
the
did
ninja
I
talk,
get?
You said
How far-
you were you still like the look of your shelf, and then it went to the blurb leaps and the
Got it. What I was saying was, it's kind of like the evolution of the game itself, that the ninjas became more than palette swaps. They got the individual costumes. So I don't, as long as I don't get all of a sudden another Smoke, another Ermac, and another Rain using that same Scorpion 3 mold, I got no problem with that. Because while they're doing another Sub-Zero figure, it's the unmasked Sub-Zero from Mortal Kombat 3.
Okay.
But
If
the
that makes
ninjas
sense.
in part 3 were pretty much the same, right?
3 really didn't have ninjas until you got to the Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 version. So, and that's actually where Ermac and Smoke appeared.
Ermac.
Yeah, Ermac and Rain never appeared until Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 as playable
Rain was
characters.
just a big old joke.
Yeah, Purple Rain.
Yep.
Well, Rain was the joke. Ermac was actually, to go trivia-wise, yeah, he was a glitch because people saw the red ninja, and it was Ermac, which stood for error macro, which was an error in the coding. So, yeah, I think Scorpion 3 will be fine. And I don't think we're going to get another slew of ninjas. Plain and simple.
Look for La Luna. Remember that? That was
Vaguely.
the clue for Reptile.
Right. And then you had to get like a flawless in the pit, and then he showed up and kicked your ass.
You did? Didn't you? Was it the first one you had to wait for the toasty? Which one
The
was it you had
first
to
one
wait for
didn't
the
have
toasty?
Toasty.
No.
He was in Mortal Kombat 2. Reptile's in MK2.
But he appeared.
He appeared in the
could
first
fight him
one,
in
too.
part 1.
Yeah. Remember, you had
He-
it was at the pit. You had to
He
do the
shot
pit fatality.
Ice and the spear.
Oh, okay.
But he wasn't anything special. He was he literally was a palette swap with the powers of mixed power set the other two.
Right.
But there's some video game trivia on this action figure podcast. Before we get into that, that's okay.
I'm a goddamn nerd.
No, we brought up G.I. Joe earlier.
Yeah.
They're going to be in the Transformers Earth Wars game. I don't know if everybody's seen that trailer.
There's going to be a game.
I mean, the game that's already out, the mobile Transformers game called Earth Wars. Now they're adding G.I. Joe and Cobra.
I used to play that game.
I played that for a good week.
The trailer actually had like bits of the Cobra theme and the G.I. Joe theme. And that almost made me emotional from the nostalgia. Because the G.I. Joe characters they were ripped from the cartoon. The Transformers take liberties. They look like modern day Transformers, but the G.I. Joe characters were just ripped from the cartoon, just 3D. But it almost makes me want to play it. They had a cool little segment with Prime Wars Elita 1 taking out Abominus by herself.
I've watched it, and as a big, I'm kind of with you. It almost made me want to play it, but that game was a freaking resource hog on my phone, and it had such a paywall. It was not even funny to play that
As
game.
a lot of games tend to now.
Yeah, I don't like games where when with the base characters you go to beat a mission and then you just get murdered.
Yeah, that was the game. Yeah, pretty much had to grind, and
Yes.
it stopped being fun.
Just like
So,
the Transformers
people are-
Angry Birds.
People are still playing it, though. People are still playing it.
You know, other game people are still playing is Street Fighter.
Yeah.
What?
I wonder if there's any company that's putting out Street Fighter figures that has a new figure, perhaps some web exclusive that's set to go live tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, folks.
That pisses me off.
Elaborate. We'll start with you. Go ahead.
Well, just fucking Sagat, man. I want him, and he's a goddamn web exclusive. That's what's making. I will not be awake when he goes live.
But don't you think he'll be brought over?
I'm hoping Bluefin does.
I would think so.
Oh, you know what? I wasn't even paying attention. I thought that was Storm Collectibles.
So SH Figure Arts Sagat. If I can say that right, which I apparently can. But come on, Dave, you just set your alarm for like 2 o'clock, get up, pound that order button, and go back to sleep.
So if they bring this over, I don't know if I'm gonna jump on a web exclusive, but if they bring this, Bluefin brings this over and it's in like Barnes and Noble, and they do a E Honda, then I would get this in E Honda because I wasn't really heavy into these games, but whenever I did play these games, it was always E Honda, Sagat, and we would just do the same moves of throwing the 3-foot-long fists at each other and daring who's gonna be the first one to try to approach the other.
For me, it was Ryu, Sakura, and Cammy, and I still haven't bought Cammy.
Cammy's fine.
Joe, you could totally pull off a Sagat look.
I mean,
You got the legs for it.
I mean, when I take my shirt off, I look exactly like that.
I will say, though, the Street Fighter line from Figure Arts has not disappointed me at all.
And it's kept alive, too, right? That was the big surprise, is that everybody thought it was going to die off.
I am glad they're going deep. It's kind of like what happened with Avengers once they started going web exclusives on everything. So I'm hoping that doesn't go that way because I love every one I've bought. I've enjoyed.
Yeah, that
and
fighting
yes, you should
body.
get Cammy.
The fighting body is the best body they have because it's the most articulated.
I mean, I
Dave
got all the
reached in and says, look, Toyco will have them.
True.
So, you got that. I don't collect this line anymore. I kept my Cammy and my Chun-Li, but besides those, I like them. I'm not a big Street Fighter fan, but I feel like everybody needs to have a Chun-Li in their collection, so I do. But he looks cool. They look. The Vega almost got me. Vega was one of my favorite characters, and I don't know if he goes cheap on Amazon or somewhere, I might pick him up. But
do it. Yeah, if you do get him, that figure's. Sorry.
Do y'all see Street Fighter stuff at Barnes and Noble anymore?
Yeah, I still see a crap ton of Chun-Li.
I only seen that one Sakura for like over a year.
If Vega goes down in price, freaking get him. That figure is all the articulation of a Reveltech with nothing that you hate of Reveltech in it.
So I think that's it. Does anybody have any other topics they want to bring to the table? Anything else they want to say about the SH Figure Arts line?
Buy our t-shirts.
We do have t-shirts for sale in this store. Link in the description, if I remember. It's in last week's video too, and we'll have it on the Facebook page. But it's not. We're not making any money off of it. It's just if you want a shirt because you like our logo or you want to support the show, just when someone asks you what that shirt is and you're like, I don't remember, as my girlfriend got it for me. She thought it was cool, but I don't know what it is. And then we broke up. It could be a conversation starter. But our design came from the shirts were designed and implemented by Joe, so we thank him for that. He put a lot of hard work into. He stopped his travels through time to create some shirt ideas for us and put them up on the website. So, if you guys would want to see a T-shirt with Joe traveling through time, he could probably pull that off and put it in the shop. So if you have a particular place in history you want Joe to appear and then make a shirt of it, let us know. Drop a comment in the video, and we'll take a look and read those and see where Joe's going to head next, where he's going to quantum leap to.
That might have to be like a monthly special, and we probably charge a premium for that. That maybe would help cover our streaming subscription for the month.
Yeah.
Maybe each month have a different image.
Well, that first shirt we don't make any money off of, but the next shirt we do.
First, you got to hook them with the product and then reel them in.
That's right.
Nate, so Dave, this might be for you. Do you collect both the SH Figure Arts and Storm Collectibles Street Fighter line?
Up until last month, I was going pure Figure Arts. And then I got the Ken and Ryu, and then I got the Sagat and Guile on order right now. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be going as deep.
He's wondering which is, in our opinion, is better, the SH or the Storm?
I will probably say, as of right now, the Figure Arts are still better for posing. That fighter body is amazing.
Right.
But the Storm do have a presence. I mean, if you just want to have something on the shelf and just going across, Storm is fantastic for that. You can get yourself a nice basic standing pose. It's kind of like when people buy fans toys just to put it on the shelf. I would be going Storm for that. But if you're doing a lot more complex photography, you want those crazy poses, go Figure Arts.
Would it be fair to say that it might also depend on what you want to pose them with? Like if you want to pose it with other SH Figure Arts or smaller 1/12 scale to go with those, or if you want bigger?
Oh,
because the Storm Collectibles go bigger, right?
They are.
Yeah.
So
not crazy, but enough.
They're pretty big. Like if you wanted to do like a Marvel vs. Capcom shelf, for example, I'd be going Figure Arts.
Okay.
X-Men Street Fighter type of thing.
Okay, so you got to consider what your other parts of your display may be as well.
Yeah, and the fighter body is more in scale with Marvel Legends than a regular SH Figure Arts. The regular SH Figure Arts tends to be shorter.
Yeah, but the Storm looks really good with NECA and Marvel Select.
So that's our considered opinion, expert considered opinion. Kevin, Mr. Oh yeah, MacMan wants us to talk about the 3A Bumblebee movie Optimus. Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
I can't afford it.
I'm with you. I think it looks amazing.
It'll look nice at Kevin's house because it's probably there already.
Well, you know that though, because it won't be open for another 6 months.
I think our stream is failing. I think it's the awesomeness of Picard riding a raptor. It's causing our stream to bottom out on us.
It's all the people, man. They're flocking to our gates, to our doors. They're knocking us down. They're busting the locks off. Let's wrap it up there, unless anybody has anything else to say. Is everybody good with that? You all said your piece for the evening?
My piece,
I'm good.
Yes.
You're good? T's starting to yawn. Let's do the sign-off piece with, let's start with Jean-Luc Raptor.
Everyone needs Raptor.
I think Joe, it's your stream
Rapper.
failing.
Maybe it is. Just skip me then if you can.
But you're good. He's Joe. You're going to find him on this show. He has an Instagram account, which is our official, which he posts pictures to all the time. And you're going to see him live next week from TFcon on probably a few days that we'll stream. I don't know. Does that sound good, Joe? Was that good? He's happy with that. True Star Screamer, say goodbye to the nice people.
You can always catch me. You can always catch me on my Instagram at True Star Screamer. PlayStation Network True Star Screamer, where I'm still playing the hell out of Gundam, the new Gundam game, which is really, really fun if you're a mech fan. And of course, every week with these fine gentlemen. And next Friday at TFcon, buy me beer.
All together. T-Man 978, fill us in on you. Who is you?
Well, I'm here every Thursday, and follow me on Facebook. Look up T-Man 978 Chill Review on Facebook. I'm gonna start putting some exclusive toy hunts on Facebook. I filmed one today. What's gonna be different about them is they're gonna be as close to 3 minutes as possible, or a little bit over 3 minutes, but not as long as the typical ones, because people on Facebook have short attention spans. And of course, on my channel and Instagram and all that junk. When I say my channel, I mean my YouTube channel.
Here too.
That's all already there. Yeah, here too.
Are you also saying that the folks that are on your channel that subscribe to you should hold off and stay awake for the rest of the evening until you post your Jabber review tonight?
What time is it? You thought
10:30.
it took me almost this whole damn show to make him back into a robot because I got stuck on a leg. I hate these things.
So there's your review of Fans Toys Jabber. To quote T-Man, they're going to put it on the box. I hate these damn things. I hate these things.
Look, I got creative with his weird crotch.
There's the line of the night, ladies and gentlemen. That should have been the title of the show.
Anyway, as for me, I'm Matt Partsformer. I thought Partsformer was a cool name, so I stuck with it. It's pretty cool. I'm going to make it cool. And I can be found every Thursday night with these fine folks and at TFcon with the whole gang together for the first time ever. Besides Dave being a creepy cardboard cutout face being carried around by Jordan and then dropped behind the chairs where no one could find him.
I need a new damn picture for that.
He needs a new damn face. So we're going to see you guys next week. We appreciate you coming out and listening to us. We appreciate the people that take the time out of their evening to listen to us go on about whatever type of bullshit we talk about. But thank you all very much. We appreciate it. We'll see you guys next week. We are out of here.
Peace.
Laters.
Come to the dark side.
We have cookies.